All right, so that wasn't recorded. Now this is recorded.
Now it is.
Well, there was just the Zoom. I'm not going to post the Zoom recording unless we fucking have to. Like, unless something goes terrible. Why would I waste this phenomenal background that I have here? Should I make everybody rise for the anthem?
Oh, yeah. I wonder, can I hear it? I don't know if I'll be able to hear
No,
it.
you won't be able to hear it, so it'll kill the bit. So it's fine. We'll get them next time. I'll make them right. We're doing this. I think we need to use it every time. So now it's time for the transition. Ooh, look at that. America's Star Wipe. Welcome to the Boys Room. It's a podcast about making a podcast. This is not the B-Sides, which is Spice City now.
It's a hot episode.
Spice.
I'm actually really impressed. I haven't gotten a text message from Jack.
But you know what? Because again, I really believe this. It's like, fuck you guys. You're gone, and we're telling the stories of our lives now. I'm done. I'm really done with the whole, like, because that's not who I am anymore. Like, that's why I am so happy to tell these stories and tell you about me, because I'm not that anymore. Or at least if there's any remnants of it left that I don't want to be it. You know, it's the end. If you ever get a chance, read Eric Clapton's book. It's insane. That man seems like he revels in telling stories about him shitting his pants and throwing up, and like, just, he makes himself look like an asshole in that book, and it's great. He's just like, yeah, I was a fucking junkie. Stole my best friend's wife, wrote an album about her, got fat on chocolate and heroin, and I was like, wow, Clapton.
Chocolate heroin.
Dude.
Future ex Hall of Famer Eric Clapton.
3-time Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. My teeth are so fucking yellow. I gotta get them. I gotta fix that. Yeah, now you have new teeth now. I've ruined
I have
mine.
some new teeth.
What a poor
Some new
diet.
teeth. I go to the dentist tomorrow.
Oh, I gotta do it. But insurance. I don't know. It's so fucked up. Anyway, Boys Room podcast about a podcast. I need to pull up the Word document.
Pull it up. I wrote a couple things down.
So if you haven't noticed, guys, boys, we're in the video scene now. So we're leaving the platform. We're YouTubers now. Okay, so sorry, ladies. Sorry.
We are all platforms. We are all tubers. All platforms matter.
Dude, we're all tubers.
Tubers.
Another one. We have been rolling with the branding lately. I mean, just like
all tubers. I'm writing that down.
Yeah, no, like back. It's really been, and God, Daniel just keeps on fucking. Daniel Larson, here he is. Another one. 10 hours ago.
What's he want?
I don't know.
To help?
Yeah, he's calling you out by name.
Really? Oh,
When he says hello, Tyler. I'm sure it's an easy program.
Yeah.
All right.
It's always at 1 a.m. God damn. You want to get more listeners?
Hey, what are you doing?
I joined all these podcast groups on Facebook, and like half the shit I do is just like fucking with them.
Exactly.
Did I tell you what I did? I told you what I did earlier, right?
Yeah, like someone asked you how much they charge for an ad, and you said, it's pain. You did a meme.
Yeah.
You can
Oh
read it.
yeah, I was like, I only advertised my made up businesses and fake government websites. I make no money. Podcasting is pain, and comedy is my suffering, or something
Right.
like that.
God, you wrote another edition of Tyler really just fucking kicking ass on writing the show before we get here. Because I could bring some, but this is, well, I brought some of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, new character,
whatever.
Eli Pranks. The Chet Hanks $200. What's the new Twitch network? What's going on there? My penis network? The penis
I
Twitch?
moved. Yeah, I just moved. I saw
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. I'm just
the
kidding.
thing on the last thing. I went to like the last page and I saw if we missed anything.
You flexed on Dad. You became the Alta Dad. I did see that. I watched a lack blockbuster. Short on cash. Going out with blood. Donate blood. Cheap drink
That's my
night due to a lack of blood.
Yeah,
All right, great. That's
it's my new business model. Showed on cash.
some watermarks on memes. That's a fun. Okay, that's actually all tubers. Fucking all tubers. The fight for like the throb hogs, the all tubers, the fight for five. Like, we are just destroying the game right now.
Oh, I got a message. So
I saw that message from Pam. Fucking bitch.
No,
or no, what her name is, Barbara.
That was Barbara. That's something else.
That was the dislike. It has to have been. There's no way.
Yeah. No, I'm subbing out
You know
some
what?
of the Throb Hog stuff.
Do you want to know what's funny? So I remember for the YouTube video I've made that has the most amount of views ever. And it's unlisted. It still exists. Krista asked me to help her make a video of all the fucking shit Jay did. And it's unlisted. It was during the fucking. Have you seen it? It's pretty fucking crazy. And I had to like edit it out a bunch. Yeah. Anyway, we can, you know.
I feel. Oh,
It was
yeah,
yeah.
That's right, because she put it out
Yeah,
at first.
Mhm.
That's right.
She asked me to do it, and I did it for her. And I did. I had like, no problem. I just took her audio recording and I set it to the fucking pictures, blurring out the names. I could have done a lot better, but of like Jay.
It's okay.
And is the thing I had the most. It had like, you know, like 700 views. You know what I mean? Without promotion.
Skip it a beat.
Yeah, and then it had like 8 dislikes and 8 likes. I was like, oh.
8 dislikes.
I was like, okay, I know who's watching this.
Yeah.
It was funny to me. But no, dude, that the Facebook thing got a shit ton. The videos got a shit ton of whatchamacallit.
At least 15-second views. And 15 seconds ain't half bad.
No, I don't care. That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
That counts. That's what it counts on YouTube. If that's a view, it's almost like the equivalent of like getting a rating on television. You know, except that's more like 15. They give us an hour program. It's like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. But dude, yeah, it's almost at 1,000. I know, you know, it costs a little money. It's okay. We'll have a budget once we bring more boys in. Once we accumulate more boys to poach isn't the right word because the boys are listening. I don't want to speak to you like you're cattle, but
You poach cattle?
poach. I guess, yeah. He released you.
No, like gazelle elephants?
That's like, yeah, that's like two things that can't exist. You can't poach cattle because they're already cattle. That's like some Ricky fuckingism.
My Upwork guy, I couldn't tell you. I can't remember if I told you I was like subbing out the Throb Hog jerseys. I went to my Upwork site. The guys are like, you know, same people I use for like doing like random logos and stuff that I'm just like,
The M3 logo, was that them?
yeah. It's a different guy, but it's the same website.
Okay.
You put a project up in there, and like, because I'll tackle projects, and then sometimes it's just like not hitting,
Right.
or like I can't see it and to the end. So I just go to this website where I used to do work on, and so I went and posted something, and it was very, you know, kind of not vague, but I asked like 3 questions. I was like, "Do you watch football? What was it? Do you watch football?" Let me see. Let me bring it up. View job. Because I got
jobs.
like, normally when I list a job, I get like 1,000 people who want to do the job. I had 7 apply.
God damn.
I had, do you watch football or arena football? Have you ever created a uniform before? And if Jimmy Buffett fans are parrot heads or Green Packers or cheese heads, etc., what would you call the East Crofton Throb Hog fans? And I had
And you
one.
and you asked people for that.
Yes. I got a couple of.
Ask me.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
right
no.
here.
So no, I used it as like you know how like musicians will put like weird stuff on their tour rider to make sure that it gets read
Uh-huh.
and that people are actually paying attention. I
Yeah.
put that on there because I was like, all right,
Well, there's already a
If-
name for Throb Hog fans.
it's what do you got?
Throbbers. It's right there. It's built. My philosophy for marketing, because I'm a marketing genius, is it's all you take the first name you come up with, and then you could just dissect it and bastardize it as many ways as possible. Boys
This guy went with
became
hogheads.
hogheads. That's well again. Oh, the crowd is full with hogheads and throbbers. Like you can be more than one. You know, not I mean, because hogheads is cool, but throbbers are cool too. Now you can also split it. You can divide. Like throbbers are like the more violent faction of Throb Hogs fans, and hogheads is the more family friendly. Like hogheads is the official name that the team gives their fans.
Throbbers are like the Broad City Throbbers.
Yeah, like they meet up at
Or Broad. What? No. What? Broad
the Broad Street Bullies.
Street Bullies. There
No,
you go.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
got too many.
They
like,
didn't brand that back in the day. They weren't. Branding
Yeah.
that, I don't think. That was
idiots.
we do this. Eric Nordvik. He's got a good head on his shoulders. I'll tell you what. Agreeing with me about the just horrific
Oh, that's right.
malicious,
I forgot he
disgusting
messaged
behavior
us.
of one Tom Wilson. That we're gonna have to revisit that because because he's gonna do something else in the playoffs. He's gonna end someone's career in the playoffs, and like it's gonna be a big thing. And they're gonna have a wife and kids, and he's gonna kill someone. Like it's gonna be something like that. Don't worry.
Somebody
Don't you
just
worry.
messaged asking to be a guest on the podcast.
We don't do no zero. Nope.
N-
Sorry.
Nassim Beno Liel.
Yeah. Sorry. No.
Who the fuck is that?
That is a no. There is. I'll interview people, so that's what I'm gonna do the interviews, and we'll put them for free on the Patreon. But no, that's as far as it goes. If you ever want to interview someone, go for it too. Like we'll just like
Separate.
if you want
Separate
to.
thing.
Yeah, it's.
I don't even know who this guy is. It's somebody.
No, sorry.
It's one of the random people I added on Instagram.
Even if it's someone we know. Sorry, no. You
Yeah,
see
yeah,
the
'cause
voice.
Kurt-
We
you
write
saw-
this fucking show.
You saw Kurt asked.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
What is he gonna talk about? Sorry.
Oh, no, I think I was like, you must bow down to Tom Wilson and accept him as like your new Lord and Savior.
But even that,
And
I'm
then
not interviewing
maybe.
musicians. Yeah, I'm not interviewing musicians anymore for a while at least.
He's not a musician. Never was.
I know he isn't gonna.
That's
pay
mean.
$5.
That's mean.
No, you know what? I still hold. All right, so I like. All right, Kurt, if you ever find this, we're busting balls here.
Yeah.
You're funny as shit. But I know him way back from when I was in 8th grade. We went to the same middle school, and because I played airsoft with his brother, Kyle. It was cool. Again, the only person from that crew that I still, because he was only a part of that crew. He just happened to be the guy at Monty's. But the Emmerich brothers are always cool, man. We play airsoft together and shit. It'd be really cool. But like me and
You
him.
say airsoft, like airsoft guns?
Yeah, there was a woods back in the house. We just shoot the shit out of each other.
Okay.
No
I thought you meant
masks.
like a league. You were talking about it like a league. And I was like,
It was
there an
kind of, you
airsoft
know what?
league?
Do you know
I
what?
was-
It was no, but it was. It was ours. It was like 8 of us. We split into teams. We actually did pretty much run our own little unit there. Our own little clan, IRL clan. It was fun as hell. You probably don't know what those woods are, but if you know Crofton at all, they're in Crofton Meadows. They're behind like the townhouses off of Fallsway and shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I
cool
kinda
back
know
there.
they
You
are.
probably got drunk and high back there once or twice.
Always have to.
Yeah, so we were kind of involved with the same girl, believe it or not, when we were in 8th grade,
Ooh.
in a weird way.
Oh,
Because he
shit.
was, I'm not gonna lie, he's another one of those like Joe Walsh anomalies where it's like, what do you, like how does what you look like, and then the
He's packing a throb hug.
love it. He probably has to be at this point. No, but like because I don't know, I was never like that too. I feel like my wife is the prettiest girl that I was with. I hate sorry to diss the 2 other girlfriends that I had. I mean, you can't count hookups because I was a taken advantage of boy. I was a boy. I was never the cool guy. I was always like, look at this tall 19-year-old. I'm gonna climb him and never call him again. All right. Anyway, yeah, he said he was gonna hospitalize me over AIM, and I was like a foot taller than him. At this point, I wasn't even big yet.
Hurt it?
Yeah, on AIM. He said he was gonna put me in the hospital. I don't know if he remembers that, but I fucking do. I remember all that petty shit. And I remember when I saw him again, I was like, that was the first thing I thought of. I was like, he kind of said something to me, and I was like, do you not remember? Middle school.
So we're just gonna move on.
Yeah. Same thing
Fine.
happened with someone I knew who sold me fake weed while I was in high school. Just got out of high school. I had like 2 girls in the car, and totally blew my shot with him because he sold me oregano in a weed bag, and I had known him for like 15 years, and I just started smoking weed, so I was like, you wouldn't take advantage, but he's my friend. Little did I know I had 2 friends fuck me over. You know, let's put that in the show. Writing that in. My friends who fucked me over. Friends
Love some good name drops.
fucked me over during my
At this
early
point,
weed
it
days.
allows us to keep the joke going of just like, all right, the last episode was the last personal one. Like, we're not doing any more personal stuff.
I don't care. That's all I could do. That's all I could do. That's what the best
Yeah.
comedians do. That's what the best people do. You can stop. I have a treasure trove of content. And
Oh no,
it's time to
I just
monetize.
like at this point I like the bit of just like it was like, oh, not a
Lying.
podcast, not
Lying
a sports
about the show.
podcast. Yeah.
And then every episode is just like sports, Paul Trump, Trump sucks. Every fucking time.
When Barbara downvoted the LT video, I want, well, yeah, because I think he saw me message her. I was like, oh, you must be an Eli Manning fan.
Yeah, I know.
And she came back and was just like, yep. And I was like, knew it.
Really? But what did I say? I basically fucking said that I worship at the fucking altar of this man.
He's not a great, but you didn't put him up on the mountain.
All right, so you're saying Venus isn't a great god; it's just like a mid-level god. They named a planets after her.
Maybe it's because I put Eli Manning on a naked woman statue and like the head of Jesus. I thought it was going to be because there's a very brief second where we talk about bikers over 40 and Black Lives Matter
for a second. That's why it's like if that's what gets you, it's like you gotta leave, because that's even. I go back and listen to some of the shit and I'm like, God, Alex, you sound like a real just want to grill centrist sometimes. Like I do. I really, people don't like in private conversations. I go full like it's fucked up. I'm trying to find a leftist to compare it to, but like I'm not like Che Guevara or anything like that. But like, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. But then I go back and listen, and I don't know, because I guess for so many years people just bashed Trump, and now it just feels hacky. It's like he wasn't you know what I mean? But not just him, but like that whole thing. Like then the culture surrounding it just seems hacky. I'm like, nah, I want to find other people.
Yeah,
like let's talk about
others.
There is, and it's mainly the Q people. Like those.
I still gotta finish that documentary.
I haven't even started. I'm terrified. When we finish it, we could talk about it.
Yeah,
we could talk about. Hey, have you watched Jupiter's Legacy?
So we almost started that last night. I'd seen one good review, and then I saw one bad review, and then I was gonna start it, but then we watched the movie Nobody. With Bob Odenkirk. Which have you seen that?
I heard it was good.
It's so good. It's just John Wick, but with Bob Odenkirk.
But
and it was
John
amazing.
Wick rules. Like that. That kind of shit's cool to me. I love.
Yeah.
When I want an action movie, I want a fucking action movie. Like.
Oh, and it delivered.
Even with it delivered. Like it doesn't have to be big tits and yeah, we love guns. No, but like I have no problem with it could be a very like thoughtful story, but like when it's action time, I want to see blood and bones breaking and shit and people getting punched and kicked in the dick and shot. Like that's
like the whole crux of John Wick is the dog. Well, the whole crux of Nobody was a cat bracelet, which I thought was funny that it was they did a cat, and it was literally just his daughter's cat bracelet went missing, and he snapped and went and like murdered 1,000 people.
But again, like it's really like John Wick it's kind of a play like on something like Death Wish, maybe almost like an inverse though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
How's Jupiter's Legacy?
All right, so do you want to hear I feel like I provide the best reviews here because I literally can't be fucking asked to watch anything.
Yeah, no, I trust your review. You know, the internet lies and people's got have agendas.
So I'll watch all the show and then before we talk about it anywhere. But here I'm 5 episodes in. First episode is horrible. It feels low budget. Seriously, like, it feels low budget. I was like, I've read Jupiter's Legacy. If you believe, Tom gave it to me. He gave me Jupiter's Legacy, and I think there's a prequel called Jupiter's Ascending. But I feel like they're combining them into one thing. Incredibly faithful to the comic, incredibly, like almost to a kind of a fault. You know, it felt like in the first episode, I saw like the makeup, like the main guy, Utopia, because again, it's told in like 3 kind of, you know, like from in the 20s, in the 60s, 70s, or whatever, 80s, I don't know, and then in
Timothy Oliphant, who is
day.
that?
Timothy Oliphant, I don't like. Who does he play?
Who's the main guy? What actor is that? I saw the trailer.
There it is. Boom. Fully names came up. He plays. Who does he play? I don't know.
Who's the main? Well, Timothy Oliphant also looks like.
I don't see him listed.
Okay.
Well, let me hear.
He looks like another actor. Who's the main actor?
Like the guy who plays Utopia. Jupiter's Legacy TV series. I'm actually glad we can talk about this. This will be what because we have the show. The show's pretty much written, right? Let's see. Memes, watermarks, memes, and then you have the toilet bowl. Let's do. I want to do the Hammer Festival. Can I pick?
Yeah,
Please.
that's why I put it on there.
Please. I'm ready for that.
I can
fucking
do
shit.
it. Yeah, because there's good videos that go along with that, and if we find a good clip out of that,
And you know what? That's the real
I
type
have some
of
stuff to clip it through.
Cinco de Mayo is supposed to be Mexican Independence Day. You know what? If we, again, I hate that it is. I don't like Taco Day. Like, fuck that. If we're really gonna, celebrate for our brothers and sisters and anything in between down south, we need to be like doing our own Hammer festivals. To be like, we respect you, bam.
Oh my god!
Like that's what Cinco de Mayo should be. It should be like
when I
the
send you
craziest
these
Mexican
videos,
culture things.
When I study these videos, I could not even imagine what sort of legalities and police force would show up if we did something like this.
Go to do it in Texas. They don't call 911.
That's true. No, we do it here.
We have proof.
We do it everywhere.
All right. So, anywho, let me pull it up just so we have the Jupiter's Legacy. So we have the show where we'll do all those riffy points, and then we'll do Mexican Hammer Festival. I'm actually very excited for that. And that may make
I have the haunted
videos.
Briefcase. Should I go over that in the show?
Yeah. No, wait,
Okay.
should we show that? I forgot we left that out. All right, we'll do it again. We'll do it again. I want to talk about you. We'll do Jupiter's Legacy. We'll end the show with showing the haunted briefcase.
And then I'll just okay, I can go over.
Okay.
It later.
Yes, and we can tell.
Okay.
It actually would be good to entice people to come over to the boys. All right, let's do this. Daddy too.
For you boys that don't know, I was explaining to Alex the haunted briefcase I own.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Then we started recording.
Yes. So let me go see which episodes I'm on.
Who's the main actor? What do you?
I have him right here. It is Josh Duhamel.
So him and Timothy Oliphant are twins. They look exactly alike.
It's like not a blockbuster cast. I did not recognize anyone. Maybe Josh Duhamel a little bit. Like that was it. But all right. First episode. I did not like it. But I liked it because it was the comic. I was like, okay, I love this comic book. I love Jupiter's Legacy is a really good read if you ever get a chance. And Jupiter Ascending. Read them both. But I was, I just was home. I don't want to get into it because it was, stuff with my extended family, but I was just trying to clear my head. And I was like, I want to watch something. And I was like, okay, I've been hearing about Jupiter's Legacy. I want to watch it. And it was not horrible because it just was cheesy and corny. And I was like, man, it seems low budget. It seemed like a fan film. I'm not going to lie. It does. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Like the way Josh Duhamel, his character is supposed to be like 120 years old or whatever. Because of the powers he got. So they tell the story from in the 20s how he got the powers. Kind of a little bit in like the 70s, 80s, 90s, 60s, whatever. That kind of middle period where like he was utopian, and like it was the golden age of heroes. It's almost a little Watchmen-y.
Yeah, I was gonna say sounds very Watchmen-y.
It is, but it does a nice job.
When the world was a simpler time.
Yes, truly. And then the utopian is very like he's this grace around the fucking table. You know what I mean? It's very weird. But and then it tells the story of the present day of him, his wife, his brother, his kids. There's other heroes now. It's kind of they're leading up to how all these people got powers. There's like 3 separate plot lines in 3 separate times, but it's a little better than The Witcher because it does move seamlessly in between them. But I'll get away from the first episode because after it sets the stage. It's really cool. It was good to see all the comic book stuff come back. But there's like a fight scene and like the heroes flying and all that shit looks so bad. So bad. You're probably thinking, a lot of people would not get through that first episode. The rest of the series is fucking kick ass. I'm not even kidding. It's like it feels like a pilot and then 7 full episodes that got ordered, but like the pilot that was like a test. It feels like they included the test pilot, or at least parts of it,
and didn't put like a disclaimer. Hey, this is the pilot, y'all.
But like the flashback episode, like with the flashback parts, they seam through everything. The time, they don't confuse you. Like The Witcher, that's my biggest complaint. You'd never know what fucking time they're in. They don't look that much different.
So when we watched The Witcher, I've never played the games. I knew nothing about it. All I knew was that Game of Thrones ended and Henry Cavill quit Superman to be The Witcher. Yeah. So I was like, well, he must really fucking love this bit, because why would you give up like guaranteed money and guaranteed movies?
Yeah. And the thing about The Witcher, though, is that The Witcher games take place immediately after all the books. They're not intertwined. They're separate stories. The creator of The Witcher isn't really fond of the games, even though the games are incredible. If you've read some of the books, it's so funny because if you've read the books, watched the show, played the games, they all just, it seems, Geralt feels like Geralt no matter what. He's a great character. When you play The Witcher 3, please do. I still implore you, please play it. Like, you will, if you like Breath of the Wild, it'll be very easy to transition into The Witcher 3. Very easy. You might even like it a little more. It's a little more, prettier and polished. You just can't climb anything, which sucks.
Aww.
But there's so much more to do, and your horse will sometimes spawn on a house. Not anymore, but it used to. It used to. It used to. Anyway,
The Witcher 3.
But like, if you play The Witcher 3, you will be like, oh, this is Geralt from the show. And Geralt from the show is Geralt from the games, and Geralt from the games is Geralt from the books, and Geralt from the books is Geralt from the show. It's a very consistent character with consistent morals and values. And, it's just...
And then there's just the world around it.
The cool thing about The Witcher is that, like, this is what a working class superhero... It's weird. It's like he's like a working class kind of bounty hunter, medieval superhero in a way.
Yeah.
But
what is he supposed to be? He's like
a witcher. It's just
is that the race?
It's you get turned into a witcher, pretty much, which is like
a vampire.
No, it's harder than that. You actually learn about it pretty well in like the Witcher games. So we'll talk more off air about it, because that would definitely be one. We'll do like a boys arcade about it.
I just had somebody follow the City of Crofton site called Pocahontas Marine Service. What a problematic fucking name.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah.
Right.
But what does that have to do with water? All right. Anyway, Jupiter's Legacy. Yeah, I want to talk off air about that. All right. So after that first episode, though, because again, the flashback scenes, I keep calling them flashbacks, but like they just they cut really well together. So the older time scenes from the 20s, like in the 30s, are really good. No, from the beginning. But all the superhero stuff is really bad in the first episode. Like the fights and even some of the dialogue is like kind of. It reminded me like the first times I listened to Good Trouble, and I'd be like, "What, ba-ba-da." Like you're telling me gay people exist and get discriminated, Stonewall, like that ham-fisted people discovering like what bad things happen.
It's funny because the setup does sound a lot like the HBO series Watchmen.
Nothing like it though.
Get cut back and forth between the 20s and the golden age of the superheroes.
Yeah. And you would think that, but no. After this first episode, I feel like they sacrificed a lot setting, because that whole first episode is just set up. It really feels like they're trying to pitch it, and then everything I've seen 2, 3, 4, and 5 are outstanding. Great storytelling. Great, just because they do a lot more scenes. It's not that much superhero shit. A little bit. There's enough that if it's super important to you, it's, you know what I mean. It's wetting your whistle there. But outside of that, it's fuck it. Who gives a shit? There's great characters. There's kind
that
of
was
a
one
twist.
of the reviews I saw was just like, it's a superhero show, but it's like it's not.
It's a character drama. It's a character drama with great characters, with really great, deep, defined characters, nice twists, and one that I know is coming, that is being set up so well, that is just so well. Like I'm just like, oh god, this is so good. Really, they're really good at drawing you in with a character. So highly recommend it. Gotta get past that first episode. You need to watch it though. And you know what? Maybe
I
laugh
watch
a little
so
bit.
much garbage, so I don't care. I'll watch.
But knowing
so much.
Yeah, knowing what I've said here, it might help. Knowing like, okay, this is just It almost feels like a prologue in a way. Just a lot of ham-fisted nonsense.
Help push Callie past that first episode.
But she liked Umbrella Corp, I mean, it's not Umbrella Corp.
Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella Academy. That's Resident Evil.
That's an amazing show. So,
but again, it's not that, but it's like superhero character drama.
Yeah,
but
because that show's like it's superhero stuff, but it's
Umbrella was kind of. But Umbrella, see, I couldn't really get into it as much, but that's because it's maybe too dark for me. Like this one's Jupiter's Legacy is really palatable, and it's not like an hour long. Every episode's like 35, 40 minutes. Real smooth watch. I feel like it's because the first episode's a little longer. The first episode's like an hour, and the rest of them are 35 minutes. And it just fits so much better in 35 minutes. I hate hour-long shows. I fucking hate them. Dude, I love half-hour shows. They're my favorite.
You don't like, it's clips.
Clips.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even in wrestling, I like 5-10 minute matches. I like them when they're quick and there's like just all killer, no filler. But
What is this 20-minute bullshit?
20, dude, there's like 60 sometimes minutes. Like one of my favorite matches ever is 73 minutes long.
Why? Who was that?
Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship at Wrestling Dominion 2018.
So long.
Yeah.
That's too long.
Nah, if you were into it, it's like watching a movie. That's the thing you have to think about. It's like watching a movie. But if you have a whole card full of matches and they're all, you have to build to it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna force you to do one crazy wrestling thing. Don't worry, I'll make it fun, and we'll do it later down the line. But real quick, so we have an episode for this week. We're gonna talk about Jupiters. Please go watch it, guys. Everyone, I'm gonna try to have it all finished and by today, so I might be able to bring the heat, bring the gabagool.
I'll see if I can convince the family. Would Andrew watch it?
Yes. Yeah. And it's really not. It depends on what you want to see, because
He'll watch whatever I make him watch, but
it's TV. It is TVMA. It is. Fucking people kill themselves at one point. It's violent, but it's.
Wow. We just watched Mortal Kombat the other day.
But I'll give it with sex. It's not too bad. It's really pretty tasteful. Because I hate like where there's the scene where it's like 20 minutes of like the main character getting their ass eaten and like pounded. Like it's just they imply it. They're like, hey, look at them making out. Dead I am the dog. Just getting all scratchy, and then it's cut. Then they're done. That's cool.
What's the cartoon? It's on Netflix. It's about like puberty. It's
Big Mouth.
Big Mouth.
I've now watched that show. I saw a couple episodes. That show's gross.
Dude, this show's so good.
It's so gross.
We've been watching it. We were watching it with Andrew because like if you keep like I don't know how far you got like
an episode or two, and I was like, this is disgusting.
Okay, it's same thing. When you get past the first couple episodes and they really start leaning in, I mean, they cover like puberty, sexuality, questioning, emotions, like depression. They start like really leaning. I feel like Nick Kroll and what's his fucking buddy, the guy, I love the comedian too, but like, I feel like those two were like, they were writing it at first and then everybody else came in. They're like, okay, well, we're also going to tackle some serious issues in here.
Rick and Morty is a little like that too.
Yeah, really, you can tell some of the writers who just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah.
And then you see the other ones like pulling them back, like, yes, but we can actually use this to elevate something. Like, all right, I guess if you want. Yeah. I just wanted to draw a dick.
That's really because I can't trust my content to ever be like, I can never make anything serious on my own. I can make great ideas. I can't have a conversation where I don't crack a joke. I can't. I just can't help it. It's like it's like a tick.
Yeah, I laugh and smile too much. Callie yells at me all the time.
It's lovely.
Oh no!
Don't let her keep you down.
In like a serious conversation where I do the, and she's like, "No, really, you're terrible when people give you like bad news. They'll be like, my grandmother died. Like, I'm so sorry."
What are you gonna do? You can't. I just can't help. Like, I don't know. I'm young liberal Tony Soprano. If he wasn't a mob boss, if he was a Twitch streamer, it's really it's really me in a nutshell. Maybe I just want to be Tony Soprano.
I'm getting ads for Sopranos bobbleheads now.
Oh god, it's so terrible. The fandom of the Sopranos, the characters in the Sopranos, they're all so awful. They're all such terribly awful people, and it's so gabagool and great. All right, so I want to just cover like future plans for the Patreon, which is going so nice. We're fully through our first full month launched into your holes every week with lots of hole type content.
And hopefully this audio sounds better than all the other remote ones we've done.
I mean, it won't sound much, but no, it'll sound okay. It doesn't matter. It's not about that. It's about getting...
Not using my AirPods.
We do... Oh, yeah, and that like the Patreon, I don't even come close to using anything that could be... You just get us. I will never use anything close to copyrighted material anywhere around anything we do. Like, the closest is pictures and video clips for the videos. And that's... You know what? If something goes awry and we lose our YouTube, fuck it, I don't care. Like, that's just...
I was thinking about that. I was like, well, I'll probably start making more.
You're gonna get
I made
better.
like this. The first one I straight just grabbed images. This last one, it's a lot of images I grabbed, but then I made maybe like 6 or 7
I
that I
can
used.
clip videos too. You can do it through OBS. You can just screen capture and record it and capture video clips. It's really easy. So if you want me to, I could show you when we meet up, or I can do them for you, because I'm just not good at putting it all together. But I can assemble it. Like I'm gonna try to make it a mission that like every episode, because I go back and re-listen to everything premium. Grab 1 or 2 clips because I don't want to give them too much. I want you to go there. But
Yeah.
every main feed episode, I want to at least find 4 or 5 clips that are like 2 minutes long. You don't have to use all of them, but it's just like find the best
Just
ones.
to have, yeah,
Yeah,
and
if
like,
you make 2 or 3, whatever you can get around to making, even if it's just one, like
yeah,
I'm gonna pick the
It's like,
best ones, fade it in and out, clean it up.
yeah. Because if it's like the one we did for LT, what was it? 3 minutes, 30 seconds,
Very
something
funny,
like that.
just very funny.
That was funny. That I mean, that took me a lot longer than the first one. You know, I think the first one was like, I don't know, a minute maybe.
It cued really nicely though. Like that's like the little visual things. Like where I was like, when I told you, don't talk.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shit
When
wrapped,
when I figured out how to do that, I was like, oh, I can layer images in here. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, I know that now, and I'll start probably using that a lot more for bits and stuff.
It's super funny. And like, but you get it. I think together, like, if I just that's what we needed. We needed to kind of like find like who's good at what, because I can't edit like that. I just don't think like I don't have the attention span for that. I'm good at assembling and then like putting it, like assembling the parts, finding them all, and then I can't just I can't put it together. It doesn't work.
And I have a very literal um, visual when it comes to like editing and stuff. Like I remember doing videos with like Sean or Callie, stuff like that, and they'd kind of, I would do like a first draft, and then they'd come back and like kind of help me change it up and stuff like that, and have more flowing stuff. I'm very like cut, like very visual. Like it is what we are talking about is what's on the screen. It is.
Yeah.
It's like, which that's like I feel like.
But that's good. I like again sometimes the fades where it's like a 8-minute long video with maybe 6 images. That's okay, but that's not as funny. It just adds that extra oomph of like this is what you're seeing, and we're trying to like
I need 1,000 bits of information to hit my brain in like a minute.
One of the big things again. That's what the Patreon is for. I like unless we get 1,000 people to join it, like overnight. You know what I mean? It just like erupts. Eventually, I want to save that cash up and like use it to like contract, someone to help us with a really nice video. Have you ever seen like those podcasts animated? You know what I mean? Where it's like like, dude, I can imagine somebody would charge a couple $100 for that. That would be something great to use the money on. Like something
Easily.
Like besides, because equipment wise, we're set. Besides, maybe I don't know if we ever want to do more with video, we can. But like equipment wise, we're pretty rock steady, rock solid. So like it seems like just making cool things or pretty. I don't know. That just seems like one good thing to maybe consider. But rock it up, okay? We have 3 of you motherfuckers that we're just poking with sticks, okay? Poking with sticks. We're fucking poking the pinatas, baby.
Trying to get Barbara on the Patreon.
Yeah, Barbara's being a bitch, man.
I should send her the link. Like, come join Patreon. $5.
$5. We'll talk to you, like legit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? We don't do guests on the show, but we'll bring Barbara on the show.
Please inform me why my video was stupid. That was it. It was just stupid.
Yeah,
That was the only message she sent to us.
I have thought. I do actually have an idea though. For the Patreon, that seems like another good idea. Like do it once or maybe like bi-monthly or monthly. Do have like a special multiple person podcast where it's us two and maybe some of our friends. But that's good for clips. Like you record a really long beefy episode of just like, I don't know, like here, a good example, like me, you and Maddie. We've done a lot of shit together. You know what I mean? That would be really funny. And that's don't put a time limit on that. Also don't take notes. Almost treat it like a kind of B-sidesy boys room-esque. And just put it on the Patreon. You can make it free if you want. But use that mainly as a catalyst to make funny clips. Because out of that 2 some hours, there's going to be 5-10 minute stretches where we're just losing our minds, remembering something
Hmm.
ridiculous. And
Oh yeah, because I never remember like good stories until I'm around
no,
like other people, and then it's just like, oh, and you start hyperventilating, like, oh wait, what about this?
yeah. And I have
This.
the and we have other mics. I can even I have another interface that can support more than two, so that might be a good idea. Maddie, if you ever get a chance, or we can actually that we could easily do that over. If he's still in Texas, we could still do that. Like whenever he comes, if you come home, Maddie, soon, we will do something with you to
We're
like
going.
make
We're going
clips.
to Maddie.
Yes. Oh, I'm not going back to Texas. Fuck that.
You
Fuck that.
loved Texas. Texas was your favorite stop.
Did it dig at me? Because I was in tears outside the Hey Remember When, fucking having a meltdown because I wanted to go the fuck home.
The
Oh,
van
oh,
broke.
I remember. I remember. Alex is a sensitive flower. He's not afraid to show it because I can change from a blubbering idiot to a rampaging Kong. Okay, look at these guns. Look how strong and fierce I am. I only cry acid tears. I'm a big
It was a
strong
good
man.
cry.
That was a
I
great
tucked you in that night. I remember.
Yeah, I was done. I'm never doing something like that again. I will. That's why we talked about the Wise Eyes reunion. I know we've gone way over, but I don't care. You're getting this. Unless Tyler, do you have somewhere to be?
No,
Am I keeping you? Yeah.
that was at 12. When Andrew's done with school, I got to go remove a vanity.
What's that? 1 o'clock? Is he finished? All right, they get 5 more minutes. 5. That Wise Eyes reunions being tossed around, but I feel like mainly by us. Like we're the ones coming up with the best ideas, and we're just gonna show it to Sean one day. Be like, look, you want us to do it? You better meet
It's
our
just
demands.
Well, he's making good money now, so there's no road sleeping. It is all hotels. And
Well, here's the
And-
new proposal I had, okay?
what do you got?
Well, no, you just change it. I still like the idea of start and end. But essentially, it would be like months and months of work and then 2.5 weeks of being Wise Eyes again. And then it's over. It's over. It's done. 2 weekends of shows. I would suggest doing it like this. This is how, like, I kind of put it together in my head. This is how I'd pitch it. Start meeting whenever. Like, do it first with like, I don't know, man. Let's get together at your place, have some drinks or some fizzy waters, whatever.
Fizzy bubblies.
Fizzy bubblies. Or if you're like, let's just hang out and talk. We can like even just like a lame like let's talk about old times kind of meeting, but like let's hang out as a group together like how we used to. Do that once or twice. Doesn't matter when. This year, before the end of the year, kind of just meet up and chat and maybe jam, maybe have fun. You don't even have to if you don't feel like it. Then kind of talk, like do this pitch. Essentially, what I'm about to do right here, I just do the whole thing. Just like, hey, maybe do this, take input from other people, kind of formulate it. Like, all right, we like this, whatever. Do that a couple of times, and then start playing together. Again, not like okay, every Monday at 5 o'clock. No, just let's be adults and like let's once a month for maybe twice. Let's try to get together for 2 hours. Let's just do something like that. Just casual. Let's play. Let's try to remember these songs. Let's try to do this, whatever. Let's just try to nail it, just so we can get it going again. Listen, try when you're home, listen to the records again. Try to relearn the hand positions. Get your equipment back together. Just kind of build yourself. All this is probably not even this. Maybe at the end of the year, I would say it maybe even the beginning of 2022. Like not even that serious. And then get together, I would say, I don't know, a couple days, every day for a weekend or something, and do good rehearsals and write a song. One song. Just one. Just one new original song that you go into the studio and record. Record a song and a cover and release a 2-song single on Spotify, digital only.
Love it.
Surprise people. It doesn't even, you can save it you can release it right around, the things I'm about to talk to now. You can just do it. You can even just release the cover and the single separately. It doesn't matter. Because then what I would do after that is, and again, the times are really sketchy, but essentially there's like space here, you know what I mean? So we're not driving our families crazy. Each month is essentially focused on like, all right, this month is about getting the writing done and then just going and doing a record real quick. I obviously want Seth to do it, but he's busy, so we'd find who we could. Then plan it out. I would see this as maybe like Labor Day 2022. Plan one weekend of traveling shows, and then one weekend, which is 2 days. Don't do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just do Friday and Saturday, or just do Saturday, Sunday. Those 2 shows at the same place. Record your live album. So essentially,
that'd be dope.
so essentially, you could even, if we're feeling spicy and we all can agree, like if there's enough time to take it off almost, to where like I can, again, we all traveling nice. Treat it like a little vacation. Do a 4-day run. Thursday, local. Friday, we go out, like Fridays, just do a run. Do a Friday, Saturday, Sunday run. Run out somewhere.
Go up to Boston.
Hang
out with my sister.
That would be cool. We have a reason to go up there. We can play the court again, like you would do, Maryland on a Thursday, Philly on a Friday. You can, like, Maryland Thursday, Philly Friday, Jersey Saturday, Boston Sunday, something like that. And that's cool. And then Wise Eyes does a small little run. We do the run, and it's also, again, we're filming this. So B-roll and film, this helps with what we eventually, would want to do at the end. And then, I skipped the part, but I'll get to it. And then, take a week, rehearse your balls off. Once you get back that Monday, we're still in Wise Eyes mode. You have to rehearse every single day. Every single day. I'm serious. It would have to be like, we would have to inform our families, like, hey, we're going to do this, like, even if it's just for 2 hours. We need to meet every single day because on Saturday and Sunday, we're recording a live album. We've already had the road run, plus the rehearsals. Plus, and I missed out on this, right before that 2 weeks where you kind of become Wise Eyes again, just that 2 weeks, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
We need to take a week or 2 of consistent rehearsals, like serious, consistent 2 to 3 hour rehearsals where we're playing the sets, doing what we used to do to get tight, capturing that. And then have 2 weeks where we're Wise Eyes again, run of shows, good for filming, week of rehearsals, do the record the live show, and then it's done. It's over.
We put out Wise Eyes, some kind of monster.
Exactly. And then you have time. To promote that, and that's so cool. You filmed all that. You could have a lot of fun making a little movie. It could be it could be whatever you want it to be. It could take as long as you want it to be. It could be any of those things. Yes, sir. Yes, you can. That Lunchable you dumped there. Yes, I'm actually almost done. I'll come out in a minute and get it for you. The boys went long, but I know that went long, and that is very candid. You guys got some very candid stuff.
That's you've thought about this. You got a solid plan. I love short projects, so
because it doesn't mean we do
or short. Well, short. That's
yeah. We've been
being in a band is very open ended.
Yeah, and that way I feel like that's the way we can stay a band forever. That way, then honestly, we will be riding the high of that, dude. I rode the high of the Wise Eyes tour, and I quit, and bad shit was happening in my life. I rode that high for like 2 or 3 years, and still felt like it was recent. Still feel like I couldn't go back. We can, dude, you'd be riding the momentum of it. You'd be feeling good about it. People would be talking about the live record for years after that. And you would still feel like you're a group, even though we just did this little tiny run.
Especially with all the footage. Like every now and then I'll go back and I'll rewatch.
Yeah.
Shit, there was
testimonials.
There was a whole video I didn't even finish or put out from the tour because it was all the Texas stuff, and that just wasn't fun. No. Like that last leg. So like I just wasn't inspired to put out a video. Like the San Diego one was like the epitome of like that was
fun. And we were done. I think because we made it. It felt like the Texas shows were like you missed the playoffs and you're in the fucking NIT. You're in the toilet bowl. Like, I didn't want to play them. They weren't good shows.
And that was on the way back, and we only had two shows.
I think two. Yeah, we had to drive through
Austin, which was fucking miserable.
Yeah,
that show with 0 people, and your bass didn't even work at that point.
Oh yeah, I remember. I essentially didn't play the show. The bass stopped, and then I think for some reason the last show in Fayetteville, we something came together because I remember having fun in Fayetteville, and then when we came home from the tour, our welcome home show, nobody showed up. It was at the office, and I was just like, God, people hate this band. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. We should have leaned into that more. I feel like we if Wise Eyes had stopped trying to be one of the other, and I don't think Sean didn't do this on purpose. It just was like, because he was his own man. All right. Sean, God, he's always been his own man. And even when he was running with the One Coast guys, he still wasn't like, he was always his own guy. And that's what I always, still do. I love and respect about him. Sean, I love and respect you. $5. I know you have it. Get the fuck over here. Get the fuck over here.
You drive around a lot.
Yeah, support your boys. But, you know, it was just, if Wise Eyes had just embraced the meme, you know? If we just embraced the monster, it would have been cool.
That was
this run around, man, we're older. Embrace the meme. Become the monster.
Yeah.
There were some monsters in this group.
give Alex and me access to the Wise Eye social media.
It'll be so much better. And we know now what not to do, because you know what, some of the crazy shit that you would be afraid that we would do, it'll get us kicked off. We've already made the mistakes. We know what not to do. We know what not to do. But we gave them a 50-minute fucking boys room today. I will hear no complaints. I will watch Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm gonna take Tucker to the movies. We're gonna go to the movie theater on Wednesday after school because he has a half day.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna go get the theater experience.
Nice.
The burp experience.
The burp. Oh god.
All right, so this is the end for you, my friend. The boys' room is dead.
Is the end. I need to go eat I'm gonna go eat a Lunchable too, I think.
Go eat a delicious Lunchable. Goodbye, good night. Boys' room is over.